Hi everyone, so we are going to be transitioning the business to using our OneDrive Outlook calendars, and today I'm just going to be walking you through to show you how to do this. So first, I just want to say that we are in the month view, so you can see the entire month. You scroll down, you can just see the whole month in the beginning of April down here, or you can switch to week view, where it just shows you by days, and it even breaks down into the time. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. You're going to go over here, it's the day view. So it just gives you a full layout of the current day that you're on, and it has all the times as you go down, 11, 12, 1, 2, and so on. And also there is a school week. So, it has the 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the days of a school week. Next, I'm just going to go back into the month view, and I'm going to show you how to add an event. So we're just going to click on Saturday, the 22nd, and I'm going to go over here in the corner and click on the new event arrow and click event. So here you're just going to add your title, what your event is going to be. I'm just going to say picnic. And over here, you can choose your time. So if you click anywhere in here, it will just highlight your time for you. I'm just going to go back up here to probably 9 a.m., between 9 and 9:30. And you can also customize it. So you can go 9 a.m. to, 10:30 or 10 o'clock if you want your appointment to be longer than half an hour. This, you can modify the date if you clicked on the date that you didn't want, or if you just didn't click on any date at all. You can make this a recurring event. You can make it go every single Friday. You can make it an all-day, in-person event or not in person. And then down here, you can just add your notes for your event. You can add like bullet points if you have things you need to remember, things to bring. And we are just going to let me click on this real quick. We're just going to hit save event. So now you can see down here, since I clicked on 2 different dates accidentally when I was creating the event, it has one for today and one for tomorrow. To edit event, so I'm just going to go in and edit this one. Oh, actually that was one I made currently. So we're going to go in here in the one that I just made, and we're going to click edit event. So you can, like I said, again, you can change the date, you can change the time, you can change all day. So technically you're just going in there to edit the event that you made. You can set a reminder. It'll tell you 15 minutes before your event, or, longer, 1 hour, 1 week, 1 day, and so on. And you can even click more options, and it'll have just the full view open back up for you. I'm just going to close this and leave it as it is though, but that is how you would edit. Okay, so to show and hide calendars, so right now I have under my calendars, I just have calendar and birthdays. So to hide this calendar, I'm just going to hit calendar, and now I only have my birthdays calendar open. But if I was to hide birthday calendar, it just would reopen my regular calendar because one calendar has to be open the entire time. I'm going to go down here and hit show all. This shows all of my calendars. I'm going to hit close calendar. Well, okay, so I actually have to hit a new calendar first. So I'm going to hit Madeline's calendar, and then I will close this one and see all of the dates go away because that was in calendar instead of my calendar. So just to make those pop back up, I would just reopen it by clicking the little arrow, and it reopens calendar. Okay, So now we are going to change calendar settings. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to turn this timer off real quick. Okay, so over here is your calendar. These are some calendar settings. These aren't all of them, but we're going to change the color. So currently the color is blue for this calendar, or it's just automatic, I suppose. I want to change it to red. So now this calendar color turns up as red. These would be where your calendar settings are, and here you can modify all of your settings for your calendar. You can do events and invitations. You can add online meetings to all your meetings. You can modify invitations from other people, save declined events. You can show your weather in the calendar, Fahrenheit, Celsius. I'm going to hit customize actions. And so I can send my calendar to OneNote if I just click send to OneNote. And then these are just all of your modifications that you can make in your settings pane. So I'm going to add another calendar for my boss. I'm going to make a boss calendar if you were to ever make a calendar for your boss. So I'm just going to click create blank calendar. I'm going to name it boss calendar. Next, I'm going to choose a color. I'm going to go with green. And then I can add it to my calendars. So I'll show you where that will show up once we save. So my boss calendar was created. We're going to go out of here real quick. And so the my calendars where it said save to, it says my calendars. And under here, we are going to see the boss calendar and it's green. So I'm just going to click out of these. So only my boss calendar shows up. I'm going to close those other calendars. So now we're on boss calendar. And right now I have nothing in here. It's empty because I currently don't have anything for my boss. Okay, now we're going to import or subscribe to a calendar. So to import or subscribe to a calendar, we are just going to, I think we're going to add a calendar. And we're going to subscribe from the web. And I'm going to go over and so I'm going to go look up my Google Calendar real quick. And sorry for that short little pause, guys. I just paused it real quick so I could go and find a calendar that I can import from the web. So I'm gonna hit add personal calendar. Actually, I'm gonna go down here and go subscribe from web. And then I'm going to copy the link from my online calendar that's not in Outlook. And I'm just gonna type Google Calendar because that is the calendar that I took. I'm gonna color it with gray and I'm gonna slide down here. So I can add it to, it'll show up under other calendars, or it could also just show up under my calendars. And I'm going to import. So as you can see, when I hit import, for me it says couldn't import calendar, try again later. So you would just try this again later. For me right now it said it wasn't working, so I'm just gonna go along with it and discard. And it says you made changes to this calendar. Would you like to save or discard changes? I'm just gonna hit yes, discard. Since it did not want to save that for me, and I'm going to close it. Okay, so now to add holiday or lunar calendars, I'm going to go down here, show all. Okay, and I'm just going to hit add calendar. We're going to scroll down. It says holidays, birthday, sports. We want to add holidays, so we're going to hit holidays, and then it just gives you all these different regions, and so it just means that all of their different holidays. So I'm going to go down and hit Vatican City holidays. So once I hit these holidays will show up in my calendar. I'll show you in just a second. So I think that's the only one that I want to add. So I'm going to close this. And now these holidays for the Vatican City will show up in my calendar. It'll say anniversary of the election of the Pope. It'll have saint feast days. And that is just those holidays. That's what happens when you add holidays to your calendar. Okay, now we're going to add birthdays. We already have a birthdays calendar, so we're just going to scroll down here and hit birthdays. I'm going to close my other calendars. So I only have my birthdays calendar open. And what you're going to do, you're going to hover over it and you'll see these little 3 dots. You're going to open it and you're going to hit new birthday. So in Outlook, you can have birthdays for each contact that you have in Outlook. So you just add first name, last name, email address. You can add an email, add chat, phone number, and address, and so on. I don't have any current ones that I want to add, but I'm just going to throw in a name to show you how it works. So I'm just going to go Judy and say Judy Rogers. And so then after that, you would add your email address, or her email address, and all of her other information. So, and what you would do, you can add in the notes the date of her birthday, and then you would just click save. And so that's gonna say contact successfully saved, and that's also going to go through her contact and save the birthday for her. Okay, one other thing, I'm going to show you how to share your calendar. So you can choose whichever calendars to share. I'm just gonna hit calendar, boss calendar, because if I want to share my boss calendar with my boss, I would just enter an email. I would enter my boss's email. I'm just gonna type in mine real quick, remove it, and close. But that is how you share the calendar. Okay, so now that I have demonstrated kind of all the steps that I wanted to, I'm going to now go down to my boss calendar. I'm going to close the rest of the ones that I had in here. And okay, I'm going to make sure all the rest are closed. I just have boss calendar open now. And I'm just going to hit on a random day. And I'm going to end up adding a bunch of events just for more demonstration. So I'm going to type appointment with Agnes Smith. Then you can watch as I just add in all of the extra details for the appointments, because I will be making a few.